What is up, Sooner softball fans? It is a fantabulous Friday as the Sooners are opening up a play in a new venue. Loves Field festivities going to start around 11 o'clock today. Home games against Miami of Ohio at 2 o'clock, followed by Liberty at 5 o'clock. You can listen, the anticipation for this moment has been going on for, I can't even remember how long. It's here. It's about to happen. I don't know what else to say except bring it on. I can't wait to see the Sooner softball team in action at Loves Field. This is just a great day for Sooner softball, for women's sports, for the softball nationally. What's happening here at the University of Oklahoma? I can't wait for it.
Yeah, Jeremy, you kind of summed it up there, and we're not even really talking about softball. We're so pumped for this kind of just this thing that's going to be happening tomorrow. We're almost forgetting about the games itself because it's so exciting for Oklahoma to open this new. I've never seen a new stadium open in my lifetime, so this is it. I mean, for a big time school, and so it's going to be great. The weather's going to be a little bit cool, but still, it's not going to be raining. It's going to be a great atmosphere and sold out crowd, of course. And it's the palace that Patty built, guys. I mean, this is all Patty Gasso's doing. What she's done at Oklahoma, it's kind of going to be a moment for her, I think. She would never admit that. She would never say anything about that. But this place doesn't get built without Patty Gasso, okay? And so this is a huge moment in Oklahoma women's softball sports history. It's going to change the game. I mean, it really is. The amount it's going to seat, I mean, it's changing the game of softball. And for some of these players that are going to be there, as freshmen that have really not experienced Oklahoma, this is their first year. It's exciting. And then you're going to have the ones that come back that have played at Oklahoma that'll be there. It's going to be great, man.
Yeah, I feel like it's Christmas morning.
Yeah.
Like leading up to it, like all week, not even going to get to be there, but just to be able to see it. That's the highlight of the week.
Well, you've seen it go up. You've seen
it. Being in Norman, seeing the process from when I moved in back in August to the dorms, what little was done at that time to now, still not a completely finished product, but finished enough to be able to play college softball on it. It's just really cool. Marina Hines was a different type of atmosphere. I mean, you look at the Supers last year, the last game played by OU on Marina Hines Field. They were down in that game. Kinsey Hansen, 3-run bomb. That stadium only held about 1,200 or so. Then you had the people in the outfield trying to catch a home run. Now you're going to Loves Field that's going to hold over 4,000. You have all that standing room area. First 1,000 fans getting a commemorative softball at 11 a.m. It's just really cool. It's Patty Gasso absolutely deserves a stadium like this. Oklahoma softball program as a whole deserves it to win 3 straight national championships. They're riding a 67-game win streak. It's a historic day for sports, the opening of Loves Field.
Yeah, and listen, you're right, Hunter. Oh, by the way, OU has a 67-game winning streak because that won't be mentioned a lot because of just the atmosphere and the surroundings of what's happening at Loves Field. But, Jay, you did mention, I agree with the last thing you said. Without Patty, this would not have been happening. I would also say the amount of stalwarts that have played at OU softball, this is kudos to them for helping build that at will. That's why I don't want to forget them. And then on top of that, let's not forget the first group that gets to be in this is this amazing group of seniors. You couldn't write a book better than this, guys. And when Jada Coleman leads off the game at 2 o'clock today with the dinger, you can't write it any better than that either. Guys, you got Miami of Ohio. You got Liberty, which is Carly Keeney's former team. A lot of teams in a moment like this with the 67-game win streak and all this fanfare, Patty Gasso is not even going to talk about that. She's focused on let's get 68 and 69 today, and that's probably what the team is. But let's talk about this game.
Yeah, I think the one thing about, and this is not me saying this is going to happen. This is just me playing as a thing that could happen, is when you have so much surrounding the pregame. I mean, this isn't a normal game. This isn't a normal game day. Game's at 2. Pregame ceremony started at 11. Okay. So it's not going to be a normal game for the players. Now, I think the 5 o'clock, yes, will be. But I think the 2 o'clock game, it's going to be different for them. And it'll be interesting to see how they do react. And Hunter, you mentioned it. Over 4,000 fans. We're talking 3 to 4 times the amount that were in Marina Hines. Okay. It's going to be loud. I mean, I can only imagine how loud it's going to be. I wish I was going to be there to see how loud it was going to be, but I think it'll be very important for Oklahoma to get off to a quick start, because I do think, and I don't think by any means these players are going to be nervous of how they play in Love's Field or anything like that. I just think sometimes there's so much emotion in it, in something like this, an event like this, that you don't want it to take away and go into the game, right, and have it affect that game. I don't think it will. I think they're going to jump on them early and often.
Yeah, I get what you're getting at there, but I think with this team, that's just not how they operate. Yeah, it's a big day. I mean, obviously, we mentioned how big of a day it is for sports as a whole, women's sports especially, the sport of softball, how much it has grown over really the last 20 plus years since Patty Gasso won the first national championship at Oklahoma to where the game is at now. But they've been on so many big stages to where things like that. I mean, the last game at Marina Hines, they were down to the final strike, and Kinsey Hansen says, I mean, you're not out of it until strike 3 is called on the final out. And to be able to win that game, the just historics that they've had, the 3 straight national championships, 67 straight wins. It's hard to put into words how special this dynasty is for Oklahoma softball, and really to be able to see the new chapter starting at historic field, one of the biggest fields in the sport. It's I feel like it's, if a blue blood football program were to get 120,000 seat stadium or some crazy number, like to go from what they were at capacity wise from Marina Hines to Love's Field, it's historic. I don't know what else to describe it as.
And real quick, Jeremy, maybe before you, but what I was saying also really affects Miami of Ohio, because Miami of Ohio probably thought good team, but probably thought playing against Oklahoma and Marina Hines is a cool atmosphere, right? It's sold out. Now they're coming into Oklahoma playing in front of 4,000 fans. It's going to affect them too, and I think they're going to struggle. I do. I think OU's going to jump on them, and I think it's just as much as we say it's a lot of emotion and stuff for Oklahoma. It's the same way for Miami of Ohio, and they're there as the kind of like
spoiler.
That's
what these teams that are playing Oklahoma at this new stadium, that's their role.
They're also like the sacrifice to the slaughter.
Yeah, sacrifice to the slaughter. Correct.
That is a brutal awakening for these teams, Miami, Ohio, Liberty, to have to experience, be on the other end of the historic day. And Miami, Ohio is a really good team. They're 9-2, 2 losses to Ole Miss, a good team, and Clemson, a team that, I mean, we mentioned it. They were very good last year. They're good again this year. So Miami, Ohio isn't just a team that normally is going to get blown out, but it's Oklahoma in this new stadium. It's hard to imagine anything but a run roll in this first game.
I fully expect it. And I know we'll just go real quick, guys, really quickly. I got Nicole May starting, and I got Jada Coleman hitting the first bomb. Jay?
I think Nicole May starts, and I think Alyssa Brito hits the first bomb.
I think Nicole May starts. I'm not going to give first bomb. I do think they get a 9-run inning, though. I think they got
Hit
around.
the first bomb, Hunter.
I'm
First-
going 9. I'm going 9-2 as the final.
It's so hard to know though, like the batting order. That's what I feel like. I think whoever's batting third hits the first bomb. I'll just say that.
Okay.
So,
Hey.
I don't have the batting order in front of me. It's hard to give a straight answer.
I think they shut out every team this weekend, but cannot wait, guys. Here's what I do know for sure. Miami of Ohio and OU, every player, every fan that walks into this stadium today is going to be grinning from ear to ear. I promise you. Because it's going to be a wow moment for everyone who's in this venue. And I can't wait to get comments from the viewers, for those that are there and for those that aren't there who are watching it on television. Just drop your comments in the chat. Who's going to hit the first dinger at Love's Field? Thanks for watching our channel. Make sure you subscribe, like, and comment. Appreciate you. Until next time, Boomer.